Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Irad. We're going to talk about a game, or most likely here a tech demo that's been popping up on my feed for quite some time now, over the past couple of days on Steam as well. I recently wishlist too. It's called Verse Project. Now, it seems like quite a few people have tried a demo that's apparently available. I have not yet, but I'm definitely looking into it. This video is from Tactiles. He only has 166 subscribers, so yeah, if I like the video, I'm definitely going to subscribe, and I'll encourage you guys to do it. I'll put the link in the description down below to his video. So let's see what it says about the Verse project here. It looks interesting, or intriguing, I should say. So let's go, let's check it out.
What is up, guys? My name is Chris, and welcome to today's video where we are looking at this Verse project. Now, you probably haven't heard of this. I hadn't heard of it until I stumbled across it on Steam.
I saw
just a few hours ago.
I saw the trailer a couple of weeks ago.
And then did a bit of a deep dive into trying to figure out exactly what it was, because it looked pretty cool, and there's virtually no information anywhere. So I figured, why not have a look? So, like I said, stumbled across it on Steam, and I'll leave links in the description to all that kind of stuff. And it's basically an in-development space game. Now, the way they describe it is it's a community-driven game universe with economics, faction warfare, and global events. Now,
all right.
You go a bit more digging and find this on Steam, and they basically break this down into a few things. One is full immersion, and they say this is all in quotes. Full immersion. Thanks to the absence of loading screens, transitions between planets, space stations, and ships are instantaneous, enhancing the sense of presence in the vast reaches of space.
Wow, it seems like they already have multiplayer there available, because there are other characters, right? Okay, cool. So far, it looks like a mix of Starfield with Star Citizen graphics. That's the
multiplayer mode. Interact with thousands of players across the world, form alliances, wage wars, and trade resources that affect the economy and political situation in the universe. And finally, dynamic events. The world of the game is constantly changing due to the actions of players, creating an ever-evolving and unpredictable game environment.
Wow. So these are some of the starships that we're looking at. It's interesting that they are all vertical, right? That's a different approach at what we normally see, rather Star Wars-esque type of approach, which unfortunately looks a little bit more realistic. Probably this is how space travel is going to look like in the next hundreds of years, I'm afraid. But let's be realistic, right? Better that than nothing, I suppose. And I like when developers are bold enough to show us some aspects of space travel that are closer to reality rather than fantasy, which is what Star Citizen does. So, okay, why not?
It basically sounds like it's going to be something like a competitor to Star Citizen. Now, this is running on Unreal Engine 5. You can probably tell by the way it looks. And you can already see there's an awful lot of influences here from a game like...
All right. I don't think there's ever going to be a competitor to Star Citizen, because, you know, they have a budget of... It's going to be $1 billion at this point. Sorry about the camera here. So it's absolutely insane, right? They have means that small developers, small studios are never going to have. Now, that doesn't mean that they cannot be creative. That doesn't mean that they can try to reproduce a similar experience at a smaller scale, a similar experience that's perhaps going to work better, perhaps that's going to have better gameplay, perhaps that's going to feel more immersive as well. That's totally possible as well, right? So that's definitely the feel in which we are expecting some of those smaller developers, right? So, okay, sure.
Like Star Citizen. And, you know, it would be naive to say, hey, this is going to be the big competitor to Star Citizen.
Oh, I like this guy.
The best I can tell at the minute, this studio has all of about 4 or 5 devs working for it.
Oh, okay,
and
so
don't get me wrong, to have this technical demo, which I cannot stress enough, this is just a technical demo that's playing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Look at the interface, for example. If I go away, I cannot see it. But yeah, the interface definitely seems like they need to work on it, for example. The UI, right? Yeah, definitely. And they need to show us some of the gameplay so far. Well, I haven't seen anything. I'm just discovering that with you guys here.
Playing that you're seeing right now. It's free download from their website, and if you want to check it out, again, I'll leave.
There's the pilot seat.
I'll leave all the information in the description so you can jump in and have a look. But it's pretty impressive, and they're boasting what really is quite an ambitious project. I
believe that they said that they want to have the solar system, so it's going to be our solar system rather than 1-to-1 scale. I don't think they're going to have space space to surface transition. I think it's just gonna be in space. That's the way I see it, because that would be way too much work. But hey, maybe they figured out a way to do it, right? We don't know yet.
Just quoting from them, this is going to be an immersive exploration in a highly detailed physical space and a fully generated one-to-one scale solar system based on real scientific data. And the big one for me is there are no separate servers or divided worlds. Every player coexists in one universe, creating unique stories and affecting the overall picture of events.
All right, it is now, the solar system. Did you see how I like the animation there? The pilot seat goes up and then rotates, and you get to see the front of the ship. That's cool. That's cool.
Ways I think you can interpret this, but it sounds very, very ambitious, and I'm here for it. Look, I think a game like this can really learn from a game like Star Citizen.
Yeah.
You can look at everything that game does well and how it's got to the point it's gotten. But you can also...
All right. Oh, so he didn't go to space. So you assume they don't have the flight yet, right? So it's probably like the equivalent of the hangar module, but inside the space station. But so far, so good.
So look at the reasons that why it's still where it is and why it's very stagnant. And basically go and develop a game that has everything that those players want.
They got it. Do you see that? They got NPCs on chairs.
Without a lot of the stuff that's holding that development up. And maybe that's what these devs are going for with their program, but it's certainly a good step in the right direction. Now I'm going to put some bits of artwork and stuff up on the screen now behind all this technical demo stuff that you're seeing, and you can kind of see the kind of aesthetic and stuff they're going for, and it looks fantastic. Like I said, there's
I like all the attention to details. I think that in games like those, that's super important. Good call there as well. I like the how it handles the joystick here. Really cool. If that can match exactly what it does with our hands, that would be phenomenal. Sorry, oh damn the camera. All right, let's keep on going.
Basically, no information about this game kicking around at the minute, so it's quite limited, I guess, is what I can share with you guys. But I mean, like I say, I think
okay, they do have a flight,
competitiveness with games in this space, the better. And I, for one, am excited to see where this ends up. Now,
nice little animation there. Another thing that I like, space is black. Well, it's not like black, like dark gray, right? That chef kiss. I love the spacescape there. I love how it looks. That's great. That's great.
There's a little bit of gameplay tacked on the end here that is all part of this technical demo, and I would encourage you to go and check this out yourself and experience the game yourself in all of its glory. And like I said, I keep saying game, it's not a game, this is a technical demo. This is kind of akin to really even before Hangar Modules was a thing in Star Citizen. You can see there's just a lot of things that aren't polished with it, but
that's okay. I mean, we've seen technical demos that were playable before. I think that one of them was Starship Simulator that I played a while back, which was very impressive back in the day. So it's not because it's a tech demo that... I mean, we've been playing Star Citizen as a tech demo for so many years at this point, right? Tech demos can have impressive features that can be awe-inspiring for what's coming in the future, right?
As they stress, and as I'm going to keep stressing, this is just a technical demo. It's free. It's just to prove what they've got so far, and it's probably something maybe to get investors to buy into the game and prove it's a real project and all that kind of fun stuff. So something else worth taking a look at here is is their roadmap. So you've seen this has kind of been in development since Q2 2024.
All right. Okay. So now I read on, I think it was on Steam, that now they are at stage 3. Stage 3 is now available. That's their latest update. So that's where they are right now. Of course, a little bit delayed, right? There's always delay in these kind of games, right? That's for sure, right? So they've got the Habitation Zone demo, the Hangar Zone demo, and now it's first flight. Ship's controls are fully activated, docking and undocking with the station. The flight zone is limited only to around the station. Well, that's still good enough, right? So they still have some flyable vehicles, host station zone, and docking sequence. Now they already have multiplayer subsystems, player hangars, working elevators. That's not all. We saw in Star Citizen that's not easy to get working elevators, right? And then they have player habitation zone, multiplayer substation, and player character. So that was the first, right? And what's coming up next is going to be, wait a second. So that was Q3. So that Q4 2024. So they are like 1 quarter delayed, because they say November. Oh well, November 5th was stage 3 update, so they're just 1 quarter-ish late, right? So next is going to be orbital flight. So the restriction for the flight zone is removed. The update includes orbital mechanics, high orbit flight around planets and moons. Wow, okay, cool. Cool. And by the time Chris from Tactiles recorded this video, they were at 90% complete for orbital points of views, and the planet area system 95%. I like this. I'm like this close from downloading the demo and following this game. I'm gonna have to check it out myself.
And so far, I don't know how this has evolved since it's been a thing, obviously, but they've completed pretty much all their targets as and when I guess they've achieved them.
Whoa, stage 5. Okay. Landing on the moon and traveling on the surface. The update includes everything you need from low orbit travel, landing, and surface level. Wow, okay, so they do have walking on planets, right? But they still need to do the life support system, right? Okay. Surface point of view exploration. Oh my gosh, this is more than I thought. I thought it would be just in space, but it's not. It's much deeper than I thought it would be. I keep on stopping this. I'm sorry for Chris who put this video together, and it's really cool, by the way. I'm going to subscribe to him. So hopefully he's going to make more videos.
Who we are, so I'm filming this in January 2025, so technically we're in here right now. But you look at where they are, they're pretty like far along in development with a lot of their real basic systems. Obviously, looks like they haven't started their life support system stuff yet, but a lot of this stuff is looking promising. So the host stations where we just were, the docking sequence you'll see in this next bit of gameplay I'm going to show. You have some flyable vehicles already, playable hangars are working. All that real basic stuff is gone, and that's kind of what the game's obviously going to build on. And then going forward, they're going into the small steps. So here, like landing on the moon and traveling on the surface. Obviously, that one probably hasn't really been hit now as we go into Q1 2020.
Wow, okay. So after that, they're going to have player character V2, surface areas, which is completed. I suppose that surface areas must be the textures on the ground, right? And then there's going to be resource and money, right? So collecting resources on planets and moons and doing that with ground vehicles. That's awesome, man.
25, but you never know. Maybe they're getting close to this kind of thing. You don't know where these devs are at. That's the thing. And then going forward into this year, you have cargo bays and resource extractors, and I'm not sure what surface poise is. Point of interest, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Vehicle equipments and
wow, then vehicle turrets, combat interface, and safe zones, right? That's important, right? So you don't get griefed. Then there's the confrontation update. So about a year from now, an expansion for combat mechanics. Now the hostilities are profitable or a loss. So cool, with shipwreck extracting, player security. This is everything Star Citizen is doing, right? On a smaller scale, I suppose. And there's gonna be mercenaries. Oh my gosh, with a mission system, AI system V1.
Safe zones and combat and extractors,
but they're not there yet.
And settling, that's obviously going to be a big one. Shipwreck extracting. So I mean, it's really, really on par with other games in this space, let's say. And then all the way to Q4 2025, where let's assume they hit this target, and the game's going to be in a similar state to how Star Citizen is now. And I know it's also competing with other games in the space, but that's probably the one they're going for, realistically.
No. That's yeah. Chris Layers is getting. It's funny. His name is Chris. Chris is getting carried away a little bit here. It's by the end. Star Citizen will have at least 3 star systems by the end of this year, maybe 4 if they finish Castra. So Star Citizen will be already beyond. They will have maybe already the weather system as well. The problem with Star Citizen is the scale, right? It's just so big, so many things happening at the same time. It's also the game engine, CryEngine, heavily modified CryEngine, which is not really made for this type of game. Seems the Unreal Engine is a bit more suitable. So I would say I would not compare that to Star Citizen. I would see it like a mix. It would be a mix of elements of Star Citizen, Starfield, and Elite Dangerous, right? But I cannot imagine that it's going to offer the same depth as Star Citizen. There's no way they can do that. We're talking about just a handful of employees versus 1,000 employees and $1 billion of budget here. But that being said, it looks very ambitious, and so far it looks pretty good. Stage 3, that's where they are right now. It looks like a decent space station, can fly around the station as well. That's pretty decent, I would say. So let's see how this goes, right? Let's see how they keep on going.
So you have to say that this is an exciting roadmap, and if they can hit these targets and get anywhere near this by the end of 2025, then man, I think we're in for a treat. I think it's going to be good. As I was talking about their aesthetic, there's just some more photos on their website about kind of how this game looks. Obviously, the hangar module we've already spoken about, and some in-game screenshots. And
it looks great. It looks really good. You can't go wrong with photorealism here. This looks phenomenal.
All this kind of stuff's going to come.
Now, the ships, as I said, they are aiming for something more realistic. It's more... it's like a photorealistic version of the ships that we have in Starfield, but with an even perhaps more realistic flight model.
You know, this is how the game's looking right now, and you know, this is assumingly an in-engine shot and all that kind of stuff. This game's looking super promising, and I'm just excited to see more competition in this space, because I think ultimately that's what drives on this. Man, not, you know, space race was a thing, right? The Russians pushed the Americans, who pushed the Russians, who pushed the Americans, and then
space game race, right?
It's a space game. Let's just say these guys are going to be one development team pushing another development team, who then want to beat this and want to beat them, and then I guess the target is who's going to have a stable, playable, fun game first. It's good. It's really good. I mean, it just looks fun and looks exciting, and I like it.
Well, I'm not sure about the fun. That still remains to be seen,
yeah.
right?
Thank you for watching, and enjoy this next bit of actual gameplay in big old air quotes.
So let's see actual gameplay. So these are the ships that we can fly. You know, look at that, they're all vertical. That's so interesting. So it looks like they have some kind of ASUP terminal. Yeah, very similar to what we see in Star Citizen.
So here he comes. Here comes the spaceship.
So all the ships are going to be coming like
pretty
this.
Sweet, I'm not gonna lie. That is very cool. Do I have to close the airlock first? Maybe.
Yes, it's a simulation.
There we go. We can interact with the
It's a lot of details.
Pilot seats.
I like
Alright,
the struts.
check this out.
Okay. So the ship is still being tethered, right? So it's going to be undocking.
Okay, we can look around like that then. So this is what our ship looks like. I'm kind of struggling to get my bearings. This is the front, but I feel like I can't figure out where this window is.
Yeah, that's also what I was wondering.
This circular thing? It must be this circular thing. Okay, now how do I...
I think that the cockpit's in front of the airlock in front. Oh, there we go. It's opening. Oh wait, that's another ship. Oh, he's going to go into another ship. Okay. Oh, fancier chair. I like how they have different designs and different styles. Oh, that looks very 21st century spaceflight so far. Which I like.
Here we go. So we should be undocking here. There we go.
Okay, now he's undocking. And once you undock, you have to wait for the hangar to open. How does
This
that
is
work?
pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty
it
sweet.
closes. I'm still waiting for, is he gonna get out of the station?
I don't feel like we might hit these doors. Do I have to go a different way? Surely it would be that way.
Well, it wouldn't be a it wouldn't be a fully immersive space game without the bugs.
Oh, there we go. We're just the wrong way around. Easy.
Oh, it was the other way around. All right.
So here we are. Then we're out in space in Project Verse. Look at this. This is actually pretty cool.
Wow.
See a little guy in there living his best life. See the moon.
I don't think that's the moon because I saw some asteroids, so it's probably I would say I saw Enceladus, so it could be a moon of Saturn, right? But I love that little spaceship there. You could see the character. Engines look great. The game looks really good.
This is obviously the space station that we're currently orbiting the moon in. I wonder if we can see any other planets, or if we can see Earth or anything like that. Let's go fly around and have a quick look. Oh my gosh, I've lost all my bearings. There we go.
Nah, I don't think we can. I don't think we can because they said that it's going to come in the future stage, right? So it's probably just the moon that they're at. It's at Enceladus, so that's probably it's the moon of Saturn. That's probably where they are.
So we have something over here.
Oh wait, I saw something over there.
It's like some sort of extension of this space station that we're in, I guess. But other than that, it looks like there's the moon, and then the
my
Earth
bad,
should
it's the
be
moon.
Somewhere around here, if it was in the game, but it isn't, so that's fine.
He
This
didn't
is, like I
see
said,
it.
just
I
a
saw
technical
it.
demo, so nothing too crazy here.
This looks great. I want to try this now.
But yeah, this is it. Our first space flight in Project Verse. Very interesting. Can I spacewalk?
No, I don't think I didn't see that in the roadmap.
Let's try spacewalking.
Oh,
This could be interesting.
no way.
So there's the airlock's like here. Now then, oh boy, I'm still moving. What's this do? Control panel. Door.
Looks like they're
open.
still moving because they probably have, inertia, right? So you need to reverse thrusters to come at the stop. Otherwise, you just keep on moving. Newtonian physics. Okay.
Oh. What does the elevator do?
Yeah, what does the elevator?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we can go outside.
Oh, the elevator. Oh. Okay, we're out. We didn't even need the elevator.
All right,
Listen to
goodbye,
how quiet
spaceship.
that is. Oh man, he looks terrified. I mean, wouldn't you be?
All right, cool. Did you see the?
No, I've got no like suit controls. It seems.
Oh, he didn't even see the
Maybe.
planet there.
I've got no momentum. I've got a little momentum control actually. I'll take it back.
Oh
Kind
yeah,
of.
there is EVA a
In
little
a
bit.
roundabout way. Oh, there's the Earth. Look,
Ah, he finally saw it.
there's the Earth. That's why we couldn't see it. It's just tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny.
Man, this is quite awe-inspiring. All right, that's gonna be pretty much it. I definitely subscribed. Tactiles, Chris, if you watch this, I hope you make more videos of that. This was awesome. I am totally going to wishlist that on Steam. I'll try to demo whenever I have time, and we'll have also a little playthrough on the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Iran, and I'll see you guys in the next one.